Today, during episode 300 of Look What Jess Found, I found one of probably the most interesting pennies that I have found in quite some time. A week ago, I found a beehive scent, and it was one of my members said that that was the largest beehive on the reverse of a scent that he's ever seen. And I think I did show in that specific video other examples from eBay, and indeed they were all smaller, which is basically an extra die chip um, somewhere on the Lincoln Memorial that's in the shape of a beehive. And since then, that was kind of it, I believe. Found some really nice examples, but as you can see, this thing is something else. I've never seen anything like it. I looked on eBay during episode 300, and the only thing that I found, which is so random and odd, right? So if we look at this, I'm going to take some time just to look at this penny. First of all, the condition of it is excellent. Possibly even MS condition. So that's awesome. That it's in beautiful condition. It's a 68. And there appears to be a saber sword going through a horseshoe. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if that's part. I'm assuming that that has to be part of the Lincoln, but that's kind of odd. It just seems a little off. Maybe that is the Lincoln, the jacket on the bottom. Yeah, that's the bottom of the jacket. Okay, so but it's just kind of weird how it kind of looks like it comes out from the saber, but I guess it's not. Maybe they did it in the wrong place. I think they did. I think this is where they wanted it, but it could have been. It could have been maybe centered a little bit better. Maybe on the other pennies, it's centered a little better. So the horseshoe, it's a saber going through a horseshoe, and the horseshoe has these breaks in it, almost like the top of a tunnel. But tunnels don't come to the bottom would end like this if it was a tunnel. So it looks just like a design on a horseshoe, maybe specific to whatever this is supposed to represent. I don't think somebody would have made this if not to represent something. So let me show you the eBay one that I found on the bolo tie. And this is it. No pictures on Google Images, nothing. So bolo ties, in my opinion, are kind of vintage, going back to like really the 60s. Maybe they were in a little bit more in vogue then. And the funny thing is that this penny is from the 60s. So I wonder, and then on the, okay, so I wonder if that image on the bolo tie is the same image as this. And then on the back, so pennies are meant to be flipped. All US coins, if you flip, they're right side up. Foreign coins, if you flip, they are upside down. Foreign coins, you have to go like this for them to stay right side up. but not US coins. US coins, if you go like this, they're upside down. So I'm assuming that the person knew that, but it looks more like an M than a W. That's the problem. So that would be a design error if they didn't, because to me it looks more like an M. I thought the W would be a little bit more spaced. But like I was saying, see now if I go like this, it'll be right side up. But if you go like that, if you flip it, it's a W. But if they have a design flaw not made for a penny or a coin, and you go like this, then it would be an M. But now the penny would be upside down, which is not how people look at images of US coins. So I think it's an M personally, but irregardless, you can even see on the letter, whichever it is, the E pluribus unum is in the letters, almost like a die clash. It's pretty cool. So I really wanted to give this coin its own video like I'm doing now, because I feel like it's so original, unique, of something I've never seen before and probably will never see again. And I would just dedicate this amount of time to it. This might even be my my thumbnail, because that's just to show you the thickness of it. It's so cool. And it's funny, it's called a thumbnail, and I'm showing my thumbnail. That's funny. Someone's gonna say, "What's it worth?" You know, I'm gonna have to assume that they made many of these, and that somewhere out there, someone knows what it is. So that would have to come forward. That information would have to come forward, and then to kind of figure out if any of them ever been sold in the past, to figure out its value. If I would have to just take a shot in the dark, because of I mean, the condition is extremely, extremely fine. I don't know. I mean, the state pennies are worth about $5. This is way beyond that. Maybe it's worth $30, $40. And if it's something really special in this condition, of course, it could be much, much more. But I'm going to assume between, I'll say between $20 and $50. But I would never sell something like this without consulting with an expert, or finding another one that was sold within at some point in the recent past. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Penny roll hunting can be exciting at times. It's fun. It's for some people it's calming, it's soothing, it's relaxing, and it really makes it that much more enjoyable to me when I find things like this. And I have found some really, really interesting pennies, obviously in the thousands of rolls that I've gone through. So please click like and subscribe. Leave a comment below, especially if you know anything about this symbol. And I will see you in the next one. Watch episode 300, the long format version, where I found this. It's the first. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it. Check it out. I will link it. I'll link it right here. Okay, click that link and you can watch the long format version. And I'll see you in the next one.